Welcome back to the channel, a place where you can become a virtual classroom champion, as well as a place for you to share your own expertise and experiences in either the comments section below or the discussion area further along. Now, in this video, we're going to take a look at my waiting room do's and don'ts and my top tip etiquette advice. Before we start, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell and like buttons below, and that way we can keep in touch and you'll be the first to know when I drop in a new video. Okay, let's take a look at my best practice use of waiting rooms in virtual classrooms. So first of all, a waiting room can be set up when you first schedule a virtual classroom or webinar, and it's available on all the best platforms in various shapes and guises. Now, the idea is that your online learners have a place to wait before they're even admitted to the main event, and as the facilitator you get to see and hear arrivals into that space, so you're fully informed. And the waiting room, it's not communal unlike a real one, so everyone waits in their own individualized space. Let's look at its uses. Time to organize. So just like in a bricks and mortar training space, you need time to organize. Get your slide deck loaded, resources ready, notes in place, tech sorted and double checked. And a virtual waiting room allows you to do just that. It means you can be fully prepped and in the right mindset to begin the virtual class in a professional and welcoming manner. My words of advice: begin admitting your learners a good 3 or 5 minutes before the start time, and it gives the perception to your learners that you want them there, which of course you do, and who likes being left out in the hallway until the official start time? Creating the right culture. Secondly, it means you can and always should start on time. Let latecomers be late, and of course be polite when they show, but create a culture that rewards and respects those arriving on time, and that the expectations are, as per a bricks and mortar classroom, that a participant arrives before the start to start on time. And by consistently applying this mindset, you're not only role modelling the right behaviours to your learners, but you're also reinforcing the right culture in your organisation, that learning is important. Gatekeeping. In other words, it can be a great security measure. The expected and unexpected can be checked upon right here, and this is where you could potentially spot anyone that's not supposed to be there before they enter and disrupt your classroom environment, be that intentionally or unintentionally. These days there are extra password measures to make virtual classrooms a safe environment, but just in case, it's another level of opportunity to check those arriving. Keeping order. Now, quite often I have special guests during my virtual classrooms who are joining specifically to deliver a certain segment of information, like as a co-facilitator. And yes, if they can be present for the whole VC, all the better, because it helps with contexting and group dynamics. But if they can't, the waiting room can be a great solution. And that's because you can let them into the main room when the time is right, and it saves disturbing the participants during any critical learning points, activities or discussions. And it also means the special guest knows they're in the virtual wings waiting for their cue. Extreme latecomers. So I once had a learner join a VC more than halfway through the classroom. They had clearly missed so much content that it would have been pointless for them to join. So this was dealt with in the waiting room without any embarrassment to the learner, as it was done privately and discreetly without the other learners even being aware. Now, this was a participant of the future after all, and I wanted them to feel 100% comfortable and relaxed in reattending at a later date, which of course they did. Now, this experience can be much worse in a face-to-face classroom when a late learner piles into the classroom all hot, sweaty, breathless and emotionally charged. A clear advantage of the virtual classroom there. Oh, and not to mention, all this happened in a private waiting room, so it occurred without any disturbances to my learners. Welcome learners consistently and efficiently. If you contemplate a face-to-face classroom, you can miss the opportunity to welcome in every single learner, which may have just minor implications, but could have major repercussions. Now, the great news is about a virtual waiting room is that everyone gets exposed to the same information and an equal welcome. Use the space wisely. Think of this. Does it clearly state the name of the event? The start and finish time? Any special information that will help your learners settle in? Now, some software programs such as Zoom have a broadcast feature as well, where you can send a message out to all of those waiting, and just think how you could use that to set the scene for your learners and really get them prepped for the event. And that can save much time faffing once you go live. Play enter and exit chime. Finally, my best advice is, if you're activating a waiting room, also have enter and exit sound switched on, and that way, should anyone arrive late, you'll be alerted and you'll know to let them into the main room. And also, should anyone drop off due to tech issues, they'll automatically go back into that waiting area once reconnected. It would be such a shame for your learners to be stuck in the no man land of a virtual waiting room and not be discovered until it's too late. So this means you'll be alerted to arrivals and departures. Really handy if someone loses connection and then rejoins. You'll want to hear them arrive in the waiting room so you can let them into the main room. That's it. That's my top tips on having a super duper extra efficient waiting room space. Its function can serve as a great way of controlling the environment for the facilitator, but it also helps the learners to settle in and feel content about the learning ahead. Use it wisely and it will become a feature you'll really appreciate more and more. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, please press the subscribe button, the like button and the bell below. In the meantime, why not check out my other content on becoming a virtual classroom champion. Until next time, thanks for watching.